YouTube, Antics here with the swole on, the fro on, and if you need the explainer, I am the Alpha Tamer. And oh my gosh, this guy's been on my channel already. If you guys remember last time, he was a champion, and he might be playing a similar deck, but I don't want to spoil it. For those who have not seen you before, will you please reintroduce yourself?
Hello, I am Ryan, also known as Neighbor in the community, and this weekend I had that dog in me, and I got X1 with Numemon.
X1 with Numemon. This man won at table 3? So he might even be second place. We'll know by the time this video drops what place he got, but he got top 8 with Numemon. I gotta see this deck list. You know what? Domino, hit my music. Hey, I still can't believe I'm recording this deck profile. Will you please take us through it?
Yeah, I still can't believe I'm here, but here we are. Starting off with the eggs. This guy's been here since day one. This guy's new. I've been playing it, but it hasn't been on the channel yet. It's just on deletion, gain a memory. I think it's better than the extra draw one. It gets you extension where you couldn't otherwise. It's really awesome. Up next, to nobody's surprise, we've got the 4 Uko and the 1 Uko. Most broken cards in a deck that doesn't need low-end stuff. And we also have 4 Gabumon. It's this Ukomon at home. And we're just back to our BT15 roots. This guy's been amazing for a long time. Next to it, we've got 2 Floodgates. Gazimon, Psychmon, bossing out. This guy came up today in 1 round, but it was the final round. It was pretty important. This guy never came up today. But it could have. And I still think that they're worth it. They're really good. I rarely bricked on them. Usually had a little guy to put down there when it mattered, especially because I have consistency cards like Garamon to get me through. Numemon, this guy gives rush, he's insane. This guy's extra consistency, on deletion search stuff, and of course the one of broken one, but nothing too surprising here, just I guess a question of what is Nume doing now that they only have one of this guy? How do they fill the other 4s? It's just the other good Numemon. There's not many of them. And again, here's the boring stuff, the no surprises. It's 4 of the broken Monzaemon, 4 of the broken Monze X. Surprised they let me keep this guy, but they did, so I'm going to use him. 1 Edamon. A lot of people have been on more. I think in this meta, a lot of the stuff that Edamon can taunt doesn't work out well. It'll just be rookies that'll KO or they just won't leave stuff on the board. So he's okay sometimes, but not all the time, so just the 1. 2 of the Warumonzaemon. Insane against all of the powerful aces, especially in stuff like Mother Shoutout. Gives you ways to play through their aces. Monzaemon from, what is this from? BT14. This guy is the best worst card in the game. He lets me do the same thing that the broken one does by tucking a Nume to gain 2, so I can still, hard play and have a blocker and stuff. But it also has Armor Purge, which is really cool because sometimes you can put Platinum under this guy, and if they are a primarily deletion-based deck, they'll delete it and then leave me with a Platinum. And that makes up for the lack of floating that I have with just 1 Nume X. So this guy's been awesome today. And 1 Black King Numemon, my GOAT. Great to discard off the egg, great to evolve into as an extra threat. Also great to tuck under this guy. So no matter what, they're going to leave a big body on board when it dies. So this guy's awesome. Not enough people have played him. I wish I could play more, but I can't justify it without more of the Nume X. So we're at 1. So the 5s were a little bit weird, but I think the 6s are also where it might get a little weird because I'm only on 2 Platinum. At this point, I think the other top-end stuff I need to make room for to have all those 1 of level 5s that are kind of important. We had to cut on Platinum. 2 is fine. It's not that often that I'm even playing it off of the Nume X. Half the time Nume X brings itself back or another 4 so I can play off of Monzes. This guy doesn't play into anything. He's just sometimes extra memory. So cool to have as a trick, not needed at more than 2 IMO. Valk, still one of the most broken cards in the game, and saying that they gave this to me. When they released Pseudo Ace, I thought this was going to be my favorite card forever, and then they gave me this card, and this card's just, man, I love it. Still on the subject of aces, Mega Gargomon Ace. So important to note, he goes over Warumonzaemon, but that's also why I'm playing the Black King Numemon, because there's ways to float into this and still have an ace threat. It's the only way that somebody can pop something or pop a thing with a Nume X under it and me to still threaten an ace is to me to have this in trash. So they pop my Nume X, has a source, I bring this out, and then I can still threaten ace with Mega Gargamon. And with as much Mother Shoto that's running around, I don't think I need to explain to anyone how broken this card is. It is insane. Very, very powerful. And the last level 6, Centralmon. This card is, on the surface, Blitz Omni for game over one of your Monzes, and it does that really well. It won me my last round by Omniing for game. It was very cool. It's also just solid as a defensive tool mid-game because it's minus 9k somewhere to clear out a good stack. And then if they don't deal with this, you just keep bringing the tokens back. It's consistent removal. And if you ever have this sitting next to Monze X, its effect to bring tokens is Wind Digivolving and Start of Main. So if I have both of these on board, start a main, play a token, trigger Monze X, clear even more stuff, it's awesome. Love these guys. I don't think I'd cut the Centralmon anytime soon. In order to complement the aggression, we need 3 Satskis to go with the Nume that gives Rush whenever you tuck Satsuki under. Also just great memory, good card. I don't think I can afford to run any less at this point with the Ukos being cut. I have to keep up the aggression. And the one Protoform still here. It's just really important for pushing through your plays and also making sure you always have resources. Most of the time I'm using this card, it's not even just for the 2-cost evolution into Monze X to turn it on. It is for 0 under a Monze, so that when that Monze stack dies, I get it back or I can get the Monze X back, depending on the scenario. But a lot of this stuff is like straightforward, what I've been doing for a while, just slightly adjusted to the unfortunate shots that our poor boy had to take. I mean, I won't say he did nothing wrong because this dude did a lot of stuff wrong. He definitely deserves to be in jail for what he did. But I like him. He's cool for me. So, yeah, I think the deck also has a lot of potential going into the next set. I won't spoil that. Maybe you'll see another profile if I do really well with the crazy ideas that I have.
Sick. All right, Ryan, before I let you go, I got to know, what were your matchups?
So round 1, I played against Phoenixmon. I thought for sure, with how good all the blue decks have been, nobody in their right mind brings Phoenixmon. So they swept me up 2-0. It was terrible. Started off 0-1. Great way to begin the day. Really nice guy, though. Very cool. I think placed pretty well at the end as well. But after that, you know, pulled myself up by the bootstraps. Round 2, played against blue base Magna X stuff, toolbox. I took it in 3 games, managed to get there. Round 3 was the same matchup, blue base Magna X. I think I took that one in 2 very cleanly. Round 4, I played against Mirage, 2-0. Round 5, I played against Red Hybrid, 2-0. Round 6, I played against Mother Shoto. Game 2 was a disastrophe. There was a
Disastrophe. Oh, got you. Okay.
It was a scenario where they had de-digivolved one of my Monze X's, and I ended up having like 4 Digimon on board that were all level 4s. Couldn't find a 5 to save my life. But they didn't have the Death X. So it ended the game with me having like 8 Digimon level 4 lore on board and just swinging out. But they bricked, so it was fine. We got there. So 2-0 there. Round 7 was against Red Base Ancient Garuru. I believe that one I got in 3. Very tough, but managed to get there. Aggro decks, they're hard. And round 8 was also against Ancient Garuru. That one I managed to get in 2. I was just in my bag at that point. Against Ancient, when you just have the 2 Monze sitting next to each other and the Valkyrie sitting in your hand, your board of rookies just waiting for their moment, getting bounced and coming back. It's awesome. That matchup's not too bad, so I don't mind playing it. You just have to not really miss out on the low end early game. But overall, yeah, hardest thing for sure was the loss in round 1 against Phoenixmon. And we managed to make it all the way back to 5th. We confirmed rankings are up. 5th place with Numemon in
What is this? EX8. So one of those. 7.
Because what? We got 2.0.
I forget. I don't know. Y'all know what format we're in. We're at the end of it. That's why we're struggling.
Look, we're at 2.0 next. And 2.0, I'm going to start cooking. But if you want to see what I'm cooking with, you might have to wait until I top with that and find it here.
Ooh, find it here? Yo, this man is nice. The advertisement is nice. Anyways, Ryan, thank you for being on the channel. For those of you who don't know, when after he won the regional, he went and got a second place in OT Cup, also with Nume, with a different list. So it's cool to see how consistent he's been with this deck. It's an honor to just have him as a part of my friend group, as well as somebody that I can test with, because he's just that good at the game. But congratulations to you. Before I let you go, are there any shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, number one, shout outs to my wonderful girlfriend, Maddie, for allowing me the time that I need to practice for this kind of stuff. She's awesome. Big fan. Number two, shout out Cam for this awesome map. I commissioned this before the Mesquite Regional. It wasn't done until after the Regional, but I believed that hard and it happened. So
Cam is the same person who makes my thumbnails, by the way.
Insane, does just phenomenal work. This is my favorite thing ever, is this map. Shout outs to NFD as a whole, being an insane testing group. And just awesome people to be around, great friends. Shout outs to, I'm going to say my Clock Tower people that I hang out with on Mondays, play games, and sometimes there's Digimon involved, not usually on Mondays, but for example, Nolan, who also made top 8 at this event, if I'm not much mistaken, who I played in finals at Mesquite. Kitchen table testing before we got all the way over there. Really good people that I have to practice with. DFW in general is a very strong region. We've got a lot of good players, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Man, what a great outro. Well, with that being said, Antics here with the swole on the fro on, and I already gave you the explainer. I'm going to give it to you one more time. I am the Alpha Tamer. Peace.